When it comes to creating custom patches, guys, having the right equipment is very, very important. What we're going to be doing today is showing you the benefits again of the Thunder Nova Plus with the RF tube and how detailed it again can get when it comes to custom patches. So we're going to be creating some really cool patches on this series. It's going to be 3 parts, but we're going to be showing you on this hat how to create 2 types of leatherettes to develop a 4-color patch. So in this one, we're doing a Bianco black, which engraves white, and we're doing our white oak leatherette, which engraves black. But combining the two, you're developing a 4-color patch on this hat, which is super custom and something your clients have never seen before. So a really cool technique. What we're creating are split patches. So this is where we're doing one leatherette on the bottom, another leatherette color on the top. So here we're utilizing our Bianco collection. These leatherettes specifically engrave white. So our black Bianco here, our red Bianco, and then our blue Bianco. So these all engrave white to create a red, white, and blue style patch. So sky's the limit with what you can do with some of these things. So we're going to teach you how to be creative in LightBurn and create these actual patches. You realize that these are nice curved styles, but we're going to show you how to create the split separations with the shapes. We're going to be doing 3 things. The first is showing you how to make the patch. That way you can know how to be more creative when it comes to your patches. Then we're going to show you how to engrave the material on the Thunder laser and show you the benefits, once again, of owning these lasers and how precision they are when it comes to the detail that's in the designs, okay? And then the third part, we're going to actually be heat pressing utilizing the Stahls Hotronix 360 IQ, which features upper heat and lower heat, and really show you the benefits of why Laserhyde leatherette and Laserhyde adhesives can really benefit your business because of the way they're made, okay? There are plenty of competition out there, but we're going to show you why we're one of the best, okay? So stay tuned, go get your pen and paper because there's going to be a lot of education coming, guys. So let's get into it right now. All right, you guys, so what we're going to do today is show you in LightBurn how we're going to split our patches. So this is how we're going to create this custom patch to create that image you saw in the thumbnail on this channel. So of course, we're going to take all this aside. Make sure you group all of your elements that you have. That way they're separate pieces. And what we're going to do is actually create this patch. Now we do that by creating different shapes to get the different looks of what we want. And with this, we're going to be using the boolean tool, the assistant, as well. We're going to be using our shapes tool to be able to use different shapes here that we want. In this case, we're using the triangle. So you would click triangle. You can easily drag it down and create the custom shapes that you want and then assign it a color. But what we're going to do here is we're going to take this shape and we're going to cut it in 2 different shapes. We're going to highlight these both and then we're going to make a copy just in case the event that you mess up, you have a backup. Now what we want to do is just make sure that they're just outside of the actual patch itself. In this case, I'm going to bring it in slightly. I'm going to hold my control and I'm just going to go just slightly. Just like that. I don't want too much hanging out the side. Double check this side. And then what you want to do is just double check by highlighting both that they're centered. That's all you got to do. Now click on your shape and make sure that it is converted to a path. In this case, it is already. We're going to highlight both shapes. Typically, you can highlight the outer shape and then the inner shape. And we're going to hit the assistant just so you can see kind of what each one will do as you highlight it. This one here is the one we want because what it's going to do is separate the patch. So we click on that and hit OK. And we see here now that we have a separated patch, but we're going to ungroup them. And now what we want to do, because they're 2 separate pieces, and if you really want to distinguish the 2, you could change the color. Now you got an upper purple and a bottom orange. And we want to add a node here. So we want to go into our node mode right here. And let's just add a node. Doesn't matter where you place it because we're going to pull it to where it needs to go anyways. Now on the keyboard, just hover over and click I.
and you'll have that node. Now what we want to do is we want to pull it to this node right here. So we're going to grab this node and we're going to pull it to this node, and that's it. It's now in place and we're good to go. If we highlight them both, we see that they're both perfectly aligned. Now that we've done that, you want to come to your edges because you don't want any little gaps here, and just grab this node and pull it up to that node. Same thing over here. Pull it to that node. And now you have two separate pieces. If you go back to your arrow key, you can now grab the bottom and you can separate it. And if you change those now to a cut line, which this would be, we now have our patch here. So this top piece can be a different type of leatherette. It could be acrylic, or the bottom could be acrylic and the top can be leatherette, but this is how you would set up your patch. So this inner shape, the way it looks, the height, whatever, it can be set up to whatever you want. Sky's the limit. So there's our first patch. Now this second one here, this one's a little more complicated, but we're going to kind of show you how we created this. Okay, it's very simple. We're going to choose triangle and we're going to develop a simple triangle here. And once we got that, we're going to hit the horizontal rotate, and then same exact thing. We want to get that to where we want the shape just right, and then center them together. Oops. So align those, and then what we want to do is just bring in, once again, hit control and bring in just to where you're right at the shape, just like that. Okay, now what you want to do is convert this to a path. And once you have that as a path, click on your nodes, and now you have this node here. What you want to do with that node is click on it and hit S. There you go. There is your custom shape, and what you can do is you can adjust these up or down however you'd like. Hold your S if you want to make sure that it stays in alignment. And then what I like to do is to take these and go up. That way it creates a little bit of a wave right here. If you want, you can even bring these out more just to create that wave even more so. So let's just say that's 1 square, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares there. And then we take this one and go straight up. There would be our shape. Let's bring these in just a little bit. Holding the shift, you're able to do that. And then from there, you can drop this down more, however you'd like, make it really custom. But that is how you are able to do that. Now that you have the shape, now we can go ahead and proceed with the rest of our design. But that is how you're able to do it. Now you take these and you can just save that shape for any other design that you think you might do. Say, for example, I decide to do this shape one day. Well, I can go ahead and pop that there and just kind of make it bigger. And then if I wanted to, I can just bring this up and I can create a custom shape just like that with a different patch. So again, sky is the limit when it comes to being able to design. All right, let's go back to the previous page where we were. Now make sure that these two together are aligned vertically. There we go. And what we're going to do is the same exact thing. We're going to use the assistant. In this one, it's going to be a little more challenging. So we're going to click on the two, highlight the assistant, and then you notice here that's going to separate the two pieces, and we are good to go there. So now we have two separated pieces. So now that we have these split, what we want to do now is easily create this top part. Now you could create more nodes and pull it down and do exactly what we just did, but the easier part would be to just take this part and center them up and then hit align bottom. Now keep in mind, we do need this part, so we're going to make a copy of that and we're going to put that aside because that is going to be our bottom piece. Now what I like to do, just to make sure that this part here is wider than this part, is to click on this and then hit my offset 0.002. You see how it's just barely outside of the line, and we're going to delete the original object. Okay, what that's going to do is it's going to make it really simple now to highlight the two boolean assistant. If you notice, you click that, you have your top piece, click A, and there you go. You now have both of these parts. If you line them up, you are now good to go. So there is your piece there. If you bump it up, you see you're nice and tight. If you wanted to get a nice close shape, you could. Now you bring that over here and you have your secondary shape. Again, if we pull it down, we have that little bit of design that'll incorporate the hat as an element. And now you can just add your designs the way you would like to see it, and you'd be good to go. You would grab it all, you'd align it, and that's it. Now you would take this, make a copy, paste it, and then do the same exact thing over here. So highlight them both, align it here, drop it down, limited edition. You can grab the bowl, actually ungroup these so you can change it. So you can grab the bowl, bring it back up, or whatever your logo is. You can take the limited edition, you can bring it up here like this, then make this bigger, or just bring it up higher. So you got two different unique designs that you now can laser engrave for your custom hat patches, and this is how it is done on creating cool split patches. So now what we're going to do is actually apply this patch using two different types of our leatherette, our red and blue, and our white oak and black Bianco material, so that we can create really unique custom patches for your brand or anyone else's brand. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and click on the video at the end of this to see exactly how we apply our Laserhyde to these hats. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video, guys.